2-3 tips you would give that you think that a lot of content creators are overlooking?
First things first. We'll do 3 of them. So the reason why your channel may not be growing, first of all, your titles suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, episode 37. I'm your host, B Souls. I got my co-host with me today, and we got another special guest. But before we introduce everybody, shout out to the audio people. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, iTunes. I think we're on Google, but the analytics don't really show it. Shout out to the YouTube people as well, holding it down recently. Shout out to the Twitch chat as well. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat, everyone, the regulars in the chat right now. Also for the chat, don't forget, any sub, any donation helps our cause. You know what I'm saying? We got the goal on the screen right now. But feel free to do that out of your own kindness. Ever since the Harden trade, bro, not much has really happened, if I'm being honest. At least, in the actual NBA world, but in the NBA community space, there's been some big moves. And today we're gonna talk about it. And our guest today is the one and only Toasted in the building. Say what's up to the people.
Hello everyone. You probably don't know who I am. I don't know who I am either, so don't worry, we're in the same boat. I guess I don't know. I mainly exist on Twitter at Toasted_6. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes of YouTubers and YouTube channels and other things. So, yeah, that's really me.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get into a little bit more of the specifics.
I exist in the shadows.
Yeah, he be in the back end. You know what I'm saying?
You about to be in a good shadow in a little bit. Let's just say that. You about to be in a
one of
hell
the
of a
best shadows.
shadow. That's a shadow right there.
Very nice shadow.
Very nice shadow, man. That's a crispy ass shadow. But aside from Toasted, we got the regulars in the building. Lil Boof, say what's up to the chat.
What's up, chat?
Dom, say what's up to the chat.
What's popping, everybody?
Wordu, say what's up to the chat.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Dude, I think our comment section actually just calls Justin LaBouffe now. And they even spell it wrong, too. They spell it LABOOF.
I mean, that's how I say it. It's LaBouffe, bro.
LaBouffe in the booth.
LaBouffe in
What's
the
your hat
booth,
say?
man.
Columbus Clippers.
The hell is that?
The who?
What?
Is that the Mayflower?
No, that's some DKM shit, bro. Don't do that.
DK. Wait, what
The
is that?
Columbus Clippers?
It's the off-brand Clippers.
The off-brand.
Is that a
Clippers.
hockey
It's like
team?
It's a minor league team.
minor
League
baseball?
for what?
Yeah, baseball.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, the logo looks cool.
Yeah, I've never seen a single one of their games. I just have the hat. I don't watch minor league baseball.
That's tough. All right, but since our last episode on Wednesday, how's the panel been, bro? How's everyone's life been?
Been good, man. Been good.
Been good.
Been getting some connections on Clubhouse now.
Got a new job.
Yeah, I've been getting connections. I've been getting organic connections on
Yo,
Clubhouse.
we're about to get into that later, bro.
I have too.
No,
can we get to that first? Can we get to that
B-Soul's been
first? Can we
hating
just
all
get
week
that
on
way?
me, man.
Can we get that out the way, please?
I'm clouding up right now.
Yeah, let's get that out the way, bro.
Let's
Oh
do
my
that
gosh.
now.
All right, Dom, break down the situation.
Okay, Toasted, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
What is your definition of organic growth on any social media platform?
Get this shit.
I would say organic growth is any growth not like perpetuated or like pushed by like an outside source.
Big words,
Like
man.
I'll use an example. So when we were starting Playback, Agent and Low pushed it a lot. That's not organic growth because we're already using like big platforms to push it. But now at this point, it's more or less the channel's having organic growth because it's growing on its own. It doesn't have like training wheels on it anymore.
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now you are a Clubhouse user. You're a part of the club,
Yes.
exclusive
Yes.
club, but not a lot of people on Clubhouse.
Part of
Yeah.
the club.
You're a part of the club. Let me ask you, if you seen a room where you had to go into said room, and if you changed your profile picture to a red icon, you would get 200 followers. Like people will follow. They know you needed 200 followers. And if you got a green icon, people know you needed 100 followers. And it's just a room of like, I don't know, let's say around like 200 people in a room doing that. Would you call that organic
I
growth?
already wasted so much time. on this, but
I think that's like back in the day on YouTube, like sub for sub, or like follow for follows. So that is not organic growth according to my definition.
Do you have a rebuttal? Do you have a rebuttal? Do you think it's organic growth still?
follow me on Twitter at Wordy the Dude, man. Add me on Snapchat, CEO Chief Skeet. Follow the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast Instagram.
Word to answer the question, bro. Is it organic growth or not, bro?
Subs. Shout out to LaBoo.
Answer the damn question.
Shout out to Toasty. Shout out to Young Toasty over here.
He doesn't want to answer it, man. He doesn't want to answer.
Shout out to AKA Quentin Richardson.
He's just called
shout out
Toasted
to
Post Malone.
Panda in the mix.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to LaBoof.
In conclusion, whatever Wordu is doing,
answering the question.
That's a no. That is not organic.
That is not organic.
I kid you not. This is what you said in the chat, bro.
Organic, bro.
This is.
I was just saying that because you were acting so pressed when I texted you and I told you that you was like, "Oh my gosh, bro!" And then you sending me memes and shit.
No, because you actually thought it was organic growth, and I just didn't want you to be misled by that.
Do you know what trolling is?
You
weren't trolling. Oh my god,
you weren't trolling, bro.
That's the
You're not about to hide
the cap, bro.
Trolling. Shut up, bro.
You should know when I'm trolling or not.
I do, and you were not trolling. You were not trolling.
How can you tell when I'm texting you, bro?
Because you
literally
have the followers.
just said I should know if you're trolling
you have
or not.
The followers.
Yeah, what?
If you don't know, then
all right.
Obviously,
all right,
that's trolling.
Wordu,
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing I'll say about it, Wordu. This is literally what you said in the chat, bro. I sat in this room and did nothing and got 200 followers. What about that is organic?
Toasted, how you doing?
Wait. Oh man.
Don't forget. I would be better if you answered the question though.
It would make his day.
Toasted applying pressure.
Yeah.
Applying pressure.
Next topic. It's
not organic. It's not organic. He was trolling.
Yeah.
Bezos, he was trolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trolling, bro.
He was just trolling, chat.
You should know when he's trolling.
Yeah, I should know.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Ain't that right, LaBoof? LaBoof is never in the group chat at all, nigga.
He just be minding his shit, bro. Shout out to LaBoof.
There's a lot of noties, bro. I got a lot of noties.
Oh, you're not a part of Noti gang. That's tough. That's tough.
I think I muted it yesterday because I was driving all day. So I was like, all right, this is y'all talking too
permanently
much.
Forever.
You know, I'm upper echelon. You know,
never to see the light of day again.
No Travis.
I'll unmute it.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, let's try to introduce Toasted a little bit more to the chat. He gave a little description earlier, but
Toast Malone.
Yeah, Toasted, if you could tell the chat like what's your specific like the people you work with in the past. What
is that comment? Wait. First things first. Just the latest. The way Toasted drinks water finna make me on the friction cup. What?
Oh yeah, that's sus chat, man.
That's sus chat.
Might be a little sus.
There we go. Let's
All
keep
right.
it PC.
So yeah. So basically, what I do, I'm mainly I've been doing stuff, I guess, on like the 2K stratosphere since like the end of 2016, start of 2017, where for a very long time I was making thumbnails for like a ton of people in the 2K community,
Right.
mainly like Asian, Six Rings of Steel. I did a few for like CSB. I did a bunch of others. There's a lot. And then I guess around like a year ago, I started taking on more responsibilities, but not really getting paid for it, where I would like help agent out with titles and such, and like give them ideas. I can pause for a second.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, CMB47 just gifted 10 tier 1 subs, bro.
CMB
in the chat, bro.
CMB.
Hey, shout out to CMB.
CMB
You know who you
building.
are, bro. Shout out to CMB.
Big shout out to you.
Big shout out.
Shout out.
All right.
Biggest shout out of all time.
Yeah. Keep going, bro.
So like I started taking on a little bit more responsibilities where I'd like help agent out with like titles and like ideas and such until like November-ish. I got approached where he was like, I need someone to help me like strategize there's nobody else I know that really has the qualifications. Would you like a job? And I was like, yes, I would like a job. I like money.
Of course.
So then I got a
course.
job, and I guess I started like I was still doing designing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then about beginning of December, I get approached again by Agent and Low, and they were like, "We want to start a reaction channel, and we want someone to manage it. That's not us. Would you like another job?" And once again, I was like, "I really do like money. Of course, I will take this job."
Of course. Of course.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So I've mainly been doing that where over break I've just been like helping out Agent and
Well, to
Low.
give some additional
Yeah.
background, you are in your what is it second year of college, right?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore in college, probably future dropout for reasons we will reveal in a little bit. Stay tuned, chat.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
tuned.
Stay
Don't
tuned. Stay
blame me,
tuned.
bro.
Yeah, stay
Let's
tuned.
get that audience retention up, bro.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
yeah.
Stay
We gotta
tuned.
get the retention up. Yeah. So where was I? Oh God, I lost my train of thought.
You're gonna drop out of college.
Yeah, well, before that, oh God. So yeah, I was managing playback.
Yeah, you were at that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was doing playback and such. That's been like going well. Shit, I really lost where I was.
My bad,
Oh
Chelsea.
God. Okay.
You said Agent and Low hit you up, and you're
Oh, yeah,
like,
Agent-
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back to there. Engine and Low hit me up. They're like, "Would you like another job in addition to the current job you have to manage playback as we don't want to?" And once again, I said, "Yes, I would like to do this. I really like money." So I've been doing that for a month, just not even a month, and that's been going really well. To where, yeah, it's been a really good break, and yeah, a really good break. Yeah, But I
Really
guess,
good.
yeah, I'll
Damn,
go
Matt.
back a little bit though, where you may not like chat and people watching this may not know me, but I have like I guarantee like 75%, even more of the people watching this have seen something I've done. As I said before, I've done work for like Agent. I've done work with Agent, Six Rings of Steel. I've done a thing or two for like Cash. I've done stuff from MMG, TD Barrett.
Hey,
So
hey, flex
yeah.
up, AMP.
Yeah.
Have you done a couple?
I've
AMP
done
thumbnails?
stuff for I've done a couple of AMP thumbnails, but that's mainly like when fandom doesn't want to do it. So like I'm like the relief pitcher that comes in.
Hey,
Like,
he has a
occasionally.
resume. He has a resume.
Yeah,
chat.
I have the resume.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
Like
saying?
Henny, bro.
And that
Yeah.
came in handy. And that came in
It does.
handy.
Yeah, it did come in handy. And with all of it, for to 2K20, I got like over 86 million views on like every thumbnail I did for like a ton of clients.
Right.
Damn.
So obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to discredit anything that Agent done and the work that he's
Yeah.
done.
Oh,
But
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I remembered we were talking about me being a student before I did my side tangent.
Oh yeah.
Where
yeah.
So I'm a sophomore in college right now, future college dropout for reasons we'll reveal later. Where I'm majoring in physics and data science,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and school kicked my ass last semester.
Yeah.
Do that.
You just gotta hope for that curve. Every time I would tweet about
Yep.
my fucking
Yeah.
computer science class, social would be like, just gotta hope for that curve. And the curve
Gotta
did
hope
come
for
in,
that-
bro. I
You gotta
finished
hope for
everything
that
with
Calc
B
3 curve
minuses
that I have.
and up.
B
Yeah.
minus, bro.
And-
You got like
and
a
up,
30
and
on
up.
that test.
And I still finished the
33 on
class
the-
with a B minus. So what does that say? So-
Massive curve.
Yeah.
Yo, the
I go-
curves on this
yeah.
class.
I go to a smaller school, so like my finals don't count for most of my grade. So I failed 2 of my finals and still like did fine. and I technically failed my Calc 3 final. I got a 33 on it, but the curve made it like a B.
God
Yeah.
damn.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, this is how
That's
hard,
a
like,
wide-ass curve, nigga.
most engineering,
Yeah.
especially the
I'm
hardest of the
equally
engineering
serious.
classes, bro.
My
Like,
class, if
even
you fail the
most
final, you
instructors.
From
fail
a
the class.
33 to like an 80? That's crazy.
Well, the final grade. There's obviously a bunch of assignments leading up to the final.
final grade. Okay.
But usually
Yeah, I got
the
a
finals
33
like
on that.
25, 30% of their grade.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot. That's still a big chunk if you get a 30 on it, usually without a curve.
I'm gonna drop out of middle school to be like toasted when I grow up.
Yeah,
You
so-
do you.
All right, now, but I was taking sentences that might be taken out of context for where I was going with it, but I was saying I'm not trying to discredit anything Agent or the work that he's done, but what was it about the work that you did that you think took Agent's channel to the top or near the top of the 2K community, like the thumbnails that you did?
So I started doing work for him around not full time when he had like 125,000, maybe like 140,000 subscribers, to where like one of the things like 2K17 for me was mainly like trying to get like my feet wet and trying to manage stuff.
Right.
So of course he was growing, but 2K18 is when I like really found my stride with making thumbnails, because one thing I did on like the rest of the community at the time is back in 18, the design community was a lot different and mainly run by a man named Hex, who pretty awesome to this day. I think he does like some work with like Yahoo Sports now, like their Canadian division, because I see it on my Instagram sometimes. But the one thing I inspired to be was not him, because everyone else was copying him at the time. So I would make my thumbnails like really simple, like really to the point, and it turns out they worked really well. So where I think whenever I started doing it, this is the one thing I claim that I started first in the community. Nothing else. But I was the first one to do the green light animation. That's what I did.
Patent that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that was all you?
Yeah, I was the first one to do it. I tried looking back to see if anyone else did it back then, but I was the first one. That was me.
Yes,
At least
sir.
like the clear and obvious one where like, I don't know, it's iconic per se.
Yeah.
To like, I guess creators where
It's
it's like,
recognizable in a lot of
thumbnail.
2K thumbnails. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess because I made my thumbnail simple, which in turn the algorithm and people, I guess, really like to click on, it helped them grow. But like, in all honesty, like, though I'm like a fair bit how like Agent grew, most of it was just him like putting in the work, having awesome video ideas, and also having awesome titles.
Right.
But unlike a lot of other people in the community, he valued like thumbnails really early on. So like he's a very good like person, first of all.
Right.
He always paid very well, to where like you want to like do like quality for him. Like of course I do quality for other people, but he knew what to value, and like I consider him a close friend today. Like
Right.
I've literally been out of Atlanta and stuff. We went to go see a Hawks game, and he like paid for my ticket, which was awesome.
Right.
And
That's cool.
yeah, also drove his Land Rover, which was
Yo,
nice.
how many cars does Agent have, bro? Do you know?
I think 3. He has his he has the car he has now, which is like the BMW. Then he has the one he had up in Canada that I think he brought down. And then I think he sold the Land Rover, and now he has like an Audi like crossover.
Bro, because I
I'd
saw
probably get a
videos on
Highlander.
his second channel
Yeah.
with the mod. Like it's not even just he has the car, but he
Yeah.
does a lot of mods to the car as well.
Yeah.
He's a big car dude.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that Land Rover was one of the most fun like cars I've ever driven, because I didn't know that the speed limits down south more.
They're
Because
higher.
I live in like upstate, middle of nowhere, New York, where like everything's like
Justin.
65, and if I go down a little bit, it's 55.
Right.
But that car could go like 90, which was
Jesus. Wait, what part of New York are you in? Because I know Justin's right now in New York.
like upstate, like near like Saratoga, the place where they do like the horse races, where all the old rich white people go during the summer.
Justin, is that close
All
to you?
places lit. No.
No.
The other side of the state.
That's
I'm in near Rochester.
New York's so big. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's massive, bro. It's like if I wanted to drive to New York City, it's like 5 hours.
Yeah, if I want to drive to Buffalo, it's
crazy.
like 4 hours. Yeah, I guarantee if I went to my local Walmart tomorrow, they'd be out of stock of like foldable tables.
That's crazy. Because I'm used to
Yeah.
I'm used to Massachusetts, where you can go from end to end in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to go to the East Coast. Fuck.
Not with our
East
rent
Coast.
here. Our rent here
I
is
mean,
crazy.
yeah, it's kind of expensive up here, and like as much as I like where I live, it's a lot closer to like rural Alabama than it is like New York City. I've
Dog,
seen
it's
a
nothing
lot
like
of
That's tough.
yeah. I've ran into 3 Trump parades. I call it the Holy Trinity when they have a Trump flag, a Confederate flag, and the United States flag.
The big three. The
Yeah,
big
the
three.
Holy Trinity.
Trinity. United
The Holy
States flag.
Trinity.
Kyrie, Harden, and
The
KD,
Holy
bro.
Trinity.
Yeah.
I feel like the U.S. flag is like so much more racist than the other two nowadays.
You're capping. You're only saying that because I shut the fuck up.
Just in the back with Justin.
I
So
don't
what
have
does
the
that
other
say,
two.
I
chat?
swear.
I only have one.
I saw like a whole block of just U.S. flags, bro, and it was
I'm
like
lacking.
in a predominantly white area. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know.
What's that
Yeah.
supposed to mean?
Got
Okay.
good. It just got good click through rate, bro. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Y'all are mad. Y'all are mad.
Nah, what was up?
Dom, you got diarrhea?
You know what's crazy? It says on Discord is muted, but I just heard that. But whatever. anyways,
think
Y'all,
Yeah,
I'm not MAGA. Stop.
MAGA Justin.
Justin. You didn't see him? He was at the Capitol riots last week. He was
He was the dude with the
I was the
mask,
dude with the
with the
Yeah.
horns.
With the vice.
Lil Boo. Hey, chat, if someone can Photoshop Justin's face on that
No.
dude,
If you identify this man, please report him
Discord,
to the
bro.
FBI.
You guys
Put it in
didn't see his
Discord.
parlor post?
Put it in the Discord. If anyone can Photoshop Justin's face on the dude with the horns, I'm gonna die laughing, bro. I swear to God.
Please don't do that.
All right, Dom's connecting back in. La Domzo Ball connecting back into the chat.
Ladomzo.
He's back. He's back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dom, say what's up to the chat.
You're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
What's popping, people?
There
There
we
was
go.
like a lag. Okay, you're good now.
Just hopped in.
You're good. You're good. You're good. There's like a lag. Do you see that?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is he?
Dom, reconnect back in. Reconnect back in. Reconnect back in,
Look at
bro.
his face. He looks so worried.
This man said beforehand that his camera would be perfectly fine, and then
All right, reconnect back
There
in.
go that
reconnect back
boy.
in.
yeah.
Hold on. Let's try to get him in here.
So your major's like computers?
No, it's
Physics.
it's physics and data science, but data science is pretty much like an applied stats degree. And I've like taken like so many like programming classes at this point and done so much programming that I just consider myself like a Fox like computer science major.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was hitting you up about like
Yeah.
internship stuff in the summer, and I think you said you just finished your freshman year or something. I'm like, bro, I swear to God, you already know more than me. Yeah, man, computer
for data
science,
science?
yeah, data science.
Damn.
Yeah. It's literally just like applied analytics with computation. That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, I feel like if I knew more of the different fields of computer science, I wouldn't have went with computer engineering, because computer engineering is more hardware. But I feel like I
Yeah.
would have done better with just computer science or data science specifically.
Yeah, I took electronics last semester. I'm not very good at the whole like hardware theory part, to say the least. So I much rather just black box it, type on my keyboard, and see what
bro,
happens on
I
screen.
I just took that last semester. The first test we had originally was worth 20% of our grade. So we take the test. It was like a 2-hour test. This motherfucker doesn't give the code to enter into the room thing or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And so there was a bunch of malfunctions and a bunch of emails going out. And honestly, he didn't give any prep material whatsoever. So he just ended up voiding the test. All the scores just gone. And what he did with
Yeah,
the
you better void
20%,
the test.
what he did
Okay.
with the 20% was he raised the percentage of the quizzes by 5. The second midterm by 5%. The third midterm by the quizzes. It was something where the final ended up being 40%
have 3
of our grade.
Jesus. I've never had a final worth that much of my grade.
It was
had a
That's the
absolutely,
one thing
was
nice about a
60.
small school.
yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
There was
I
no
think, like, the
homework
lar-
too.
I think the largest class I've had was like 30 people, because that's how small of a school I go to. And it's very nice because it's kind of like high school a little bit, where like you actually get to know the professor. And if you have any problems, you can hit up their email and they respond, because I know some people that like hit up a professor and they just like ghost them. Like that's what Tinder's for, not like a college professor's email.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's the one thing. I didn't want to go to a too big of a school, but I went to a decent sized school. Like URI.
Yeah, you went to a pretty big school though.
URI, relatively speaking, it's not that big. It's not that big.
Pretty big.
Rhode Island's the greatest state of all time because you're very close to the beaches. You can also gamble at 18. You can also do tables at 18. Sports gamble at 18. The state's just amazing, and Providence is awesome.
Yeah,
Man loves his gambling.
Depending on what time you go.
Providence.
Yeah, depending on what time you go, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Especially with the felines over there.
Bro, we went to a nightclub one night, and that shit got shot up 2 hours later.
Oh my gosh,
Bro.
That shit got shot up 2 hours.
I remember.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
I remember after like there's some sort of like protest / riots, and I was looking at the pictures after. I was like, oh yeah, I remember when my friend went in this bank to go draw some money out. And now it's like glass is broken and everything. Oh my gosh.
That's tough.
Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that.
This man capped so hard at the beginning.
He jinxed it just by saying that.
Well, Apollo Capolot said, how long on average does it take Toasted to make a thumbnail?
30 minutes to an hour, around there. It depends on the type of thumbnail. Because, like, the one thing you have to know about thumbnails is it's one of those things where you get paid to do it with the time, but you also get paid because you provide a service that you're good at that they don't know how to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, like, some thumbnails take me longer than others, but they're mostly, like, the same quality.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
close to the same quality.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you just want the thumbnail to produce.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the goal is to maximize clicks.
Yeah.
That's what I care about. I don't care, because, like, I guess I'll go on a little tangent quick about, like, 2K community, since...
Go crazy, Bryce. It's a Let's Keep It a Book podcast.
Yeah, a lot of the
here.
thumbnail makers, like, they do, like, a lot of unnecessary stuff that looks nice, but it does absolutely nothing for, like, the thumbnail. So I just don't do it.
Yeah, I think that's a hard balance to find though, because
yeah,
I feel like there's a certain point where you're not doing enough, and there's a certain point where you're doing too much. So that balance of knowing this is just right is something that you definitely know at this point. And that's something I'm working on right now, because I think it was last week I put in the chat the one with my face and Jason Tatum in it.
Yeah.
And to me that looked fine, but at the same time I was getting this feeling that it was kind of too simple. And then you brought up that idea of putting the shattered glass in the back. And I feel like that really helped the thumbnail as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like the simple things. It was like there was a streak where Agent was like it was like towards like the end of 2K20, beginning of 21, where like we were getting like 2 out of 10s and 1 out of 10s, and I was just kind of using the same thumbnail design, so it just kind of became a joke that I kept doing the same sort of thing, and I just kept doing it till it failed.
Run it to the ground, man, until it doesn't work.
Yeah. And someone said, how much do you get paid per thumbnail? I know when like clients approached me, they paid me $15, but like the more I develop relationships with people, like the difference they would pay me, like I guess I'll just say it at this point, like Amp, for example, when I do a thumbnail for them, I'd get $30. Those are also like a lot more complicated thumbnails, to where sometimes I'd have to spend like an hour and a half. And for like Agent thumbnails, he's a very nice person, so I'd get $50 per.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yo, Agent. Here's some thumbnail.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, and 50 is a good amount for a thumbnail.
Yeah.
But I'm being honest,
like illustrated.
For how important a thumbnail is to these creators, I think 50 is undervaluing thumbnail creators. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say yes, but at the same time, getting paid $50 to do a half an hour to an hour worth of work is very good, and I think that's more than fair. Plus, I think he just kind of did it because, I don't know, we're good friends.
Yeah.
We appreciate each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Agent, man. Shout out Agent, AMP, Legend of Winning. That
Yeah,
crew.
shout out to the agent you can trust.
Yes, sir. Double Agent Zero, man. All right. So the chatties, man. Clubhouse. Let's get into it.
The chatty house.
The
love
chatty
this app.
house.
The organic chatty house.
You're in
This
the
guy.
wrong house, but
Yeah.
yeah, man. So there was some big news this week regarding, the NBA community, the people working behind the scenes. But before I let Toasted explain what happened, I just want to give y'all a background on what Clubhouse is, because I've been talking about it on a couple streams as well. So Clubhouse essentially is take Discord and TikTok, and it had a baby. So it's Discord without any text channels, pretty much. So it's just voice channels, but it has a For You page, pretty much, a For You page, and you can join certain chats. There's moderators involved. They get to choose who can speak and who cannot. You can just chill in the background. You can do whatever you want. But it's mainly a voice channel with a discoverability recommendation type algorithm. But
Wait, can I add something quick?
Go ahead.
It's also like a combo of like LinkedIn, because at least right now, because it's like invite only, it's very professional compared to other platforms, to where you can, like, we'll talk about it later, but legitimately build like professional like connections and such.
Get your brand out there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in terms of functionality, it's closer to Discord. In terms of the layout, it's closer to TikTok. But in terms of how it's used, it's more so like LinkedIn. Like some of the biggest creators, they're probably on Clubhouse already.
Yeah.
Facts, man. Just imagine you wake up one day, just randomly. You just wake up one day, you're like, man, I'm just going to Clubhouse real quick to see what's going on, and you just get, I don't know, like a 6-figure contract to work for a big YouTube. Like, imagine that type of ordeal.
That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy
I still
to
can't
even
believe that.
fathom.
Congrats,
Like,
bro.
Yeah, imagine that.
Imagine the type of person that could get that, bro. Like that. What an amazing
I don't
person.
have any idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No
man.
idea.
I don't know.
I don't know
But-
either.
But I heard
Crazy.
something happened this week, though, Toast. So
Yeah.
what
yeah,
happened?
something-
Toast, what happened, bro? What happened?
Okay, so so it's Monday. Well, we'll go by this like week by
It's
week,
Sunday.
or like day by day. Well, okay.
He's talking about on Monday,
He's bringing it back. He's
Justin.
taking it back. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what's going on?
He said
Yeah.
it's Sunday.
Yeah. He said, "Wait, no, it's Sunday."
You cannot trick me.
This dude, bro.
I'm trying to trick you. This isn't a trick question. This is me telling the date everything started
Someone
on.
clip that, please.
It all started on Monday.
Yeah. So Monday, last Monday, the exact date being Monday,
To clarify.
January 11th, 2021, the year of our Lord. I joined the great app of Clubhouse,
Right.
and I was kind of getting like dipping my feet in the water and such. And like Tuesday, I joined some like rooms. I started speaking a little bit, getting more into a little bit. And also that night there was a cryptocurrency talk. With I think like Meek Mill was in there with some other people. Yeah. And they were just talking about like cryptocurrency.
Right.
But who was also in there, not speaking, but just kind of listening, was Mr. Beast.
Who's that?
Then we hit
Who's that?
Wednesday.
Justin, just look him up, bro.
Yeah.
Justin, you remember the dude he's talking about that like donates a bunch of money on his channel, and yeah, that's his channel. Him, remember that? He was like,
Yeah.
"How can people
Justin
watch
about,
this?
Justin
It's
about to have an
crazy."
oh shit moment
Justin
once,
doesn't remember.
once he looks it up, bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yo, he
Donaldson.
kinda does.
Yo, who's this guy?
You
Yeah. So then
Go ahead.
we hit Wednesday. Wednesday night. To where, yes, I'm following Mr. Beast. So I'm scrolling through the For You page on Clubhouse, and I see Mr. Beast is just in a room
right.
with like 3 other people. Like just no one really.
It's pretty low.
So I
pretty
click on
low.
it. Yeah, it's very low. So I click on it and I request to speak. And the next thing you know, I'm literally talking to Mr. Beast. As I tweeted on Twitter, bro, I'm talking to Mr.
Legendary.
Beast. No shit.
Zero cap.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Throw dubs in the chat, bro.
Throw some yes sirs in the chat too, man.
We need a yes sir button.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
Yeah. So we just started talking.
opportunities.
Yeah. So we started talking, and apparently I said some pretty smart things, and he kind of liked what I said. He was like, I want to follow up with you. I'd like to talk with you more. Let's do that sometime. And the next thing you know, I check my Twitter, and Mr. Beast followed me on Twitter. And I once again freaked out with saying because it's not every day you get followed by someone that's that
Arguably
size.
the biggest YouTuber right now.
Yeah, one of the biggest YouTubers. At the call quick, 1 second.
You good.
Yeah. So that happens. And now we hit Thursday, where after the Clubhouse was over. Actually, I'll go back for a second and explain that Clubhouse a little bit. That Clubhouse was awesome. There was like so much like firepower on that call.
Right.
I think it was like Mr. Beast was in there, Logan Paul was in there, Mr. Beast's manager was in there. After I got pulled down like from the audience, like that channel like skyrocketed. There must have been over like 100 million subs in that call, like collectively. It was
What the
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. They had like Collins Keys, who has like 22 million. I think Preston was in there. He has like
I peeped that.
yeah, over 20 million. I think Mr. Beast was still in there and Logan Paul. So like
Logan Paul was in the same call.
yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, I asked Logan
That's
Paul a
wild.
question. I asked him, do you think YouTube's gonna get more corporate in like the next like 5 to 10 years? Because Mr. Beast asked Logan Paul, where do you think YouTube's gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years?
That's crazy.
So nevertheless, Clubhouse is an absolute wave. So now we hit Thursday, where I DM'd him the night before, and I was like, "What time works for you?" And he was like, "What time works for you?" And I was like, I'm pretty much free whenever. What time works for you?" And he was like, "Oh, my team's free whenever. What time works for you?" I was like, let's do 3 p.m. Next day. So like the 14th.
right.
So at this time, because of this, I text agent to be like, big thing happened that I wasn't expecting to happen at all. I will keep you updated on this. And he was like, if he offers you, you should take this. And I was like, okay, I will. So I go in the meeting, and he was like, we really like what you do.
Right.
You seem smart. You have good energy. We would like you to be part of the team.
Squad.
Yeah, here's a bunch of money.
Squad.
Will you like? Yeah, he has a good starting
we know how
rate.
you like money. We know how you
Yeah,
like money.
yeah,
Who doesn't? Shit.
yeah. I managed to, in that same call, get $1,000 per month raise. Just so I guess I'll reveal the finances to start, because got that exclusive keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
Yeah, keep it a buck podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
real quick,
at
real
first-
quick, before you
yeah.
say it, bro, just
Yeah.
just know what you can and can't say for your own sake. That's all I'm saying. But
I don't think revealing how much I make, I don't think that's like
Breaking code of
anything.
conduct.
all right,
Yeah,
all right. Just
breaking
making sure, dog.
anything.
Just making sure.
Yeah. As the goal is to not get fired.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to get
Yeah,
fired.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying
Yeah.
to keep
Wake
it a
up.
buck, but I'm not trying to get you fired.
Wake up to a DM from Mr. B saying, that was a breach of contract.
Yeah, I'm about to say. April Fools, bitch.
You signed the NDA.
All right, but keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. So they first are like, I say how much I make, and they're like, okay, how about $5,000 a month? And then the person I'm gonna be like working closely with was like, let's start him at $6,000 a month. I was like, okay, I like that.
Okay, let's start.
And
Let's
then-
start at $6K a month. Okay.
Yeah, let's start at
72K
$6K a
a
month.
year. Okay.
Yeah, and he was also like, there's definitely room to like get a higher income. And I was like, oh, okay. I really like money. Money is good. It's been my goal for a long time to make 6 figures, I will say. So, yeah. And then he asked me, it's like, so, would you like to finish college? And I was like, I thought you would ask me this. And I kind of we talked a little bit more. I asked him like, why is this better than the degree? Yada yada yada. And I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Right.
Cool. Now it's starting February 1st, and I get to decide about school at like the end of like June, July. So yeah, I downloaded an app on Monday, and I had a job starting at $6,000 a month on Thursday with Mr. Beast.
Yes, sir. Hey, clap it
Mr.
up.
Beast that started at 6K. My mom start to watch her.
I want everyone in the chat to throw
Throw
W's.
does, bro.
That's
Let
all
me
I
get the air
comment.
horns in. Let me get the air horns in,
Throw
man. Shout
W's
out,
in the chat, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to Toasted,
So
man.
inspirational, bro.
So inspirational. Shout
So
out to
inspirational.
Clubhouse.
Had
And
me
real
on the
quick,
edge of my
bro.
fucking seat,
Real
bro.
quick, shout out to Asian as well, because Asian
Yeah.
could have easily just said, yo, you work for us. Like, fuck you. Why are you trying to
Yeah.
leave us? But he allowed
Yeah,
you
yeah,
to, he noticed that
Yeah.
this was such a big opportunity, and he was looking
Yeah.
out for you, and you was
course.
like, okay, bro, this is a great opportunity for you. You go ahead and do it. We'll handle it on our side, but this is a great opportunity for you. Go for it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Agent for that, bro.
Yeah, I
He's
want
a
to get
real
more
one.
into that quick. Where like I've been like working with Agent for like 4 years. So like when you know someone for 4 years, you get to know someone a lot.
Mm-hmm.
To where if like an opportunity came up, like if he got the opportunity to hire like the greatest channel manager of all time for his stuff, he was like, Toasted, I love the work you're doing, but we found someone that helped X, Y, and Z get to 15 million subs, and he's offering us a really good rate. I think we have to hire him. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Thank you for like telling me and getting like my input and everything, because at the end of the day, I want him to succeed because he's like a friend.
Right.
You bring your friends up with you, and you
Yeah.
make sure to like they're set. Like I literally talked to him before that. I was like, so you know what happened last night? You were in there. What should I do if he like offers me and such? And I did bring it up during the meeting because I was like, I don't want to like leave him like stranded. So that's why I'm starting on February 1st, because he has to find like other people, because I've been running playback for like a month and now I'm like leaving,
Yeah.
which sucks because my channel's going like really well.
Really good, really good.
It's going really good. The last video was like 8 minutes, but it had 72% retention on it.
That's actually
Yeah.
insane.
The
That's
graph-
actually insane.
The graph was like practically flat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was insane.
That's
So
insane.
like the work getting done over there with like Agent Low making great videos. The editor Caleb is like godly. He's getting better and better each time. And a tip for chat: if you have a YouTube channel and you happen to hire an editor, work closely with them, because also give them praise because
Yep.
they do awesome work, but also like work closely with them because like you can like make data-driven decisions to like improve it. But I've done so much for him, and he's done so much for me, and he's like given me the opportunities that if I didn't have that, I would not be able to get this, because it's about a time and place things. Like you get lucky with time and place.
Right.
But if you don't have the skills and you don't have like the necessary like I guess like qualifications, you can like squash your like chance. And luckily for me, I didn't. And now I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
now I can have more
Congratulations, bro.
followers on
Real shit.
Twitter to help ratio people.
Yep. He about to ratio Rusty's every single tweet, bro. That's the goal for the
I
rest of the year.
tried ratioing him on his like oatmeal raisins tweet, but I guess I need more followers first before I can do that.
We'll get there, bro. We'll
You
get you
know?
there.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
get
getting
you
there slowly. Yeah.
Hey, chat. Follow Toasted. Toasted
Yeah.
_6.
At Toasted. Yeah, I've been trying
If you're
so
not
hard to get
following
the at
Toasted, don't
Toasted.
follow me, man.
I have the email, and I would be willing to pay a fair amount of money, and they just don't want to sell it, despite the fact they've made one tweet on that account in about 6 years.
That's tough.
That's
I think
awesome.
That's wild.
there's someone with the B Souls at on Twitter. I haven't even tried reaching out to
Toasted
them. I should probably. I probably
10
should.
followers.
But they haven't tweeted out
Yeah.
since like 2009 or some shit.
Yeah.
They have one tweet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
so-
Toasted,
story.
bro. Shout out to Toasted.
It was 1 year ago
thanks.
today.
So I'm gonna ask you a question that you've already heard in the recent days. Speaking of that one room, so for the people who want to get the job that you got, do you think that college was a necessity in that, And if not, how much did college help, if at all?
College was not a necessity because I could have learned everything without it, but college was a very, very good thing that I did that gave me the motivation and like basically like the deadlines to get assignments done and build like a portfolio to where I could be like, oh, here's my summer research poster that I did on parallel programming and like doing calculations on the universe. And here's a data science PCA analysis I did where I tried to see if I can pick out a Kobe or MJ or LeBron playoff game. Like stuff like that is where you could do it on your own.
Yeah.
But when you have a deadline attached to it, you have to get it done.
Yep.
And because of that,
Facts.
I got it done. So having that omnipresent, if you don't get this done, you will fail the class, really, really helps.
Yeah, to put some so
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing about college to me is I get it, it's overpaid.
Yeah.
And way overpriced. But what college does provide is a lot of structure, and it teaches, at least for me, especially since A, it's college, and B, I do YouTube myself. It really helped me get a grasp of how to manage my time correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what college definitely provides, and obviously you're in an environment where you're around people like-minded people as well, so you guys can collab, bounce ideas off of. But it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah. So even though I'm probably gonna like drop out like most likely, it's one of those things where it was a worthy investment for me because it got me to the place where I am.
Right. That's true.
And I'm basically doing a job that's like my degree.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm pretty much doing it.
And let
I'm
me
pretty much
just
a data
remind the chat,
scientist.
bro. You're a sophomore in college right now, right? And you
Yep. 19
spring
years
semester,
of age.
19 years of age. He hasn't
Damn.
even started spring semester yet, bro.
Yeah.
So look,
Jason Tatum may have dunked on LeBron at 19, but I'm working for Mr. Beast at 19.
that's
so.
pretty impressive, bro. That's pretty impressive. Does anyone else in the panel have any questions for Toaster right now, though? I don't want to take over.
Yeah, yo, are you still gonna work for who the fuck was it? Agent.
Wow.
I almost said Amp.
Justin is so out of the loop.
Yo,
Are you
that
still-
is the
I can't.
Are you still gonna do thumbnails? I mean,
No.
not at all. Interesting.
I'm pretty.
that is
I've
the-
had to DM other clients too.
So it's an open spot,
Where?
right?
It's yes. I guess it's an open spot. I have to go through a tweet and like find people for him. I have to find agent 2 people. I have to find 6 one person. So I basically had to tell him once like, this is the ending. This is the. But it's something where like I've made it clear. I made it clear that I don't want to do these thumbnails forever.
Right.
So it was a natural like end.
Well, if you need
I
somebody to
feel
do it, I mean,
Yo, I just want to acknowledge the level of like comedy that man Justin's question just was. This man said, "Yeah, I got a question. Who's that you made? Who's you
I'm
working
just trying
for?
to-
What was his name? You're trying
I'm
to
just
get a
trying to be your
job for
backup
somebody
dog.
you don't even know." So that's a spot, right?
We will consider that.
After he didn't even know who Mr. Beast was going into this pod. He's like, wait,
My
who?
God.
I know who Agent is.
We're not talking about agent.
Mr. Beast. I don't know who that is.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
We've had this conversation on this pod before about Mr.
He's like
Beast,
he's like PewDiePie or some shit, right?
basically.
But sure.
To
Yeah.
help you understand, yes. he's like
Essentially, yeah,
PewDiePie.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah,
I know.
Arguably bigger right now. I'm
basically
not gonna
who
lie.
he is now.
Arguably
Yeah.
bigger.
Arguably
Yeah.
bigger right now, yeah.
Yeah, for people wondering in chat, it's like I am not doing pretty much anything that I used to do. The easiest way I can put it and the most vaguest way I can put it to potentially avoid any sort of reason to fire me if that so occurred is that I will basically be a data scientist for Mr. Beast. That is the end of it. That is all I will say about that.
That's
definitely put
really
that
all you
link
need to
there,
say, bro. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, they do. It's they're doing so many things over there that other YouTube channels won't be doing for 5 to 10 years. They are ahead of the game.
They're ahead of the Golden State Warriors. of the YouTube
Yeah.
community. if
They're pretty much
if you
like
will.
Moneyball, like with like the Oakland Athletics GM, where they kind of like were like ahead of everyone.
You know, what's
Think
crazy
about it like
about
that.
what's crazy about their channel is that they're probably the only channel on YouTube that can make the videos that they can.
Yeah,
Which is
they literally
insane.
just start more channels to fund their other channels,
Yeah.
and that's not nothing that he told me. It's literally like on his Twitter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
said
goal.
that. Yeah, he said he was losing out on these videos that get 50 million views.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, how much
Crazy.
money are you spending? But then you actually see the titles. He's like, okay, yeah, he just bought every single item in the next 3 Walmart. So
Yeah,
you lose
it's
a
like
lot
I
of money
bought
on
5
that.
stores and it cost $500,000.
That's
Bro,
what
he
I'm
bought
saying.
he bought a whole car dealership and gave the cars away for free. I
Yeah.
was like,
He bought a
man,
cul-de-sac
Yo,
and did a
yes.
Christmas tree. What was that? Lights competition with his friends. Like, this is the type
Yeah.
of content that you literally cannot replicate unless you're Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's not the type of stuff you can replicate unless you have a big budget and you're willing to put
How did-
everything back into your channel.
Right.
How did this guy start? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because he's buying millions of dollars just for his videos.
Yeah.
What was his first video? Like
Yeah,
I bought
so
a stick
I
of
guess
gum
it's-
and gave it away. Like
yeah, I guess I can describe it quick. Where like he used to like basically like do stuff that nobody else in their right mind per se would do, like reading every word in the dictionary, saying PewDiePie 100,000 times, counting to 1 million.
Yeah,
he just
that
did
type of shit.
he did absurd stuff that
Didn't
you
cost
think
anything.
about doing. You think about doing it, but then you don't do it. But he was like, you know what? I will actually do it.
Yep.
And then,
so his video
What?
is just him counting to 1 million.
well, that was like back a few years ago.
Yep.
But then
That is
what
so
he
funny.
did, unlike like any other YouTuber, is that any money he made, like I guess like an actual company,
Mhm.
he would take the money and put it back into the channel. So it just kind of kept blowing up because it's like, oh, now it's like stand in the circle for $10,000, stand in the circle for $100,000.
Yep.
To where that's only possible if you treat YouTube like a business and you're willing to put all your money back in, which is hard to do because like YouTube isn't like there forever. So any money you make, you're like, oh, I need to invest this. I need to save this.
Yeah, it's a
I need
scary
this
thing
to-
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very scary to just take all your money and be like, I'm gonna put it back in this thing that I know one day most likely will be dead, but you know we're gonna do it anyways.
Right. And
But
that's-
Mr. Beast is so big that he will. I have a theory where there comes a point where you're a big enough YouTuber where you're too big to fail,
Mhm.
and Mr. Beast has hit that point.
Yeah,
He's
he
too big
has.
to fail.
Yeah, because even if YouTube disappeared tomorrow, he has
Yeah.
followings on Twitter. They can just funnel all of that to whatever the new thing is, and instantly
Yeah.
get at least 1 million, and provide
Yeah,
for
like-
himself at least. At least.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, it's like TikTok. I guarantee he posts videos on Facebook and everything.
Yeah.
Like, he's too big to fail. So he's a lot more comfortable now, where he's like, oh, I'm just gonna put the X amount of money all my channels make back into my other channels.
Yeah, and that's
Like, it's
the
just wild,
philosophy.
though.
That's a philosophy we've taken with this podcast as well. So what we do as well is anything we make off Twitch,
With
we
our
just
millions.
we just reinvest it to getting better equipment. So obviously not to the same scale, but that just kind of gives us,
Not yet. Not yet.
not
Yeah,
not yet.
that's
not
what I
yet,
did a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
That's what I did a lot with like graphics and stuff, is where I would just take the money and like buy better things for my setup and other things that I thought was better.
yeah,
Like I had to buy a laptop for school because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be going back and forth a lot last semester. I should probably get something mobile. I could have bought a cheap laptop, but I bought something where I could like actually do like graphics work and everything on, and like do other things that I wanted to, like gaming, for example.
yeah.
But like I don't have much savings right now. I will soon.
so,
But
that shit
but
on
like
the
I
401k,
haven't
man.
really built my savings because I would just take most of my money and like reinvest it.
Yeah, because I feel like if
Because-
you just keep on reinvesting, at some
Yeah.
point you separate yourself from the crowd just by reinvesting.
Yeah, well, that's what like
Mr.
every
Beast
like
did.
sane business does,
Yeah.
and like They're just like, oh, we made $10,000 last quarter. We are going to take this $10,000 and invest it into the company to grow bigger, to make $100,000 next quarter, take that money back in. But I guess YouTube's different because just people are naturally scared because one day you have 100,000 views of video, and then the next day you have 10,000 views of video.
Yeah.
And that's scary because that's the difference between 100,000 views and 10,000 views is a lot of money.
90,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 90,000.
Sure.
Yeah.
this dude Justin,
Wait,
bro.
we have to talk about Spotlight at some point on this stuff.
Oh yeah, Spotlight.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Dom, you want to break it down?
what is-
Or did
Man,
y'all
yeah,
know?
you know me, Mr. Snapchat Guru, baby. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
listen,
See?
people.
Oh,
So Snapchat has this new feature called Spotlight. I'm pretty sure. Look at this dude, word dude, just a hater. Anyway, has this new feature called Spotlight. A lot of you might have noticed it or seen it, didn't know what it was for. Let me put you in the know. Basically,
Need to
what's
know.
going on is with Spotlight, you can potentially put something up, and if it goes viral, you make Mr. Beast money. Well, at least toasted money from Mr. Beast. Let's just be honest. And yeah,
Tuition money. It's
it
like
really
you
is
could pay
tuition
off a
money.
college tuition.
You really
For
can.
4
Like,
years. Not just
I
1 year,
wasn't-
for four,
yeah,
a whole
I
last
wasn't
Yeah.
in the call. I'm about to say I wasn't in the call, but from what I heard from Toast and the Bezos, they said what 150,000.
per video
Someone-
they select on the
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, if you got like 500,000 views, you can make 6 figures. Someone made like $3.4 million off of Spotlight because they're giving $1 million each like day to the
Yep.
top videos.
Yep. And I think the way that room broke it down, what Snapchat is doing, I don't know if I'm bugging, but I think is like very smart. Because they're essentially shifting all of the TikTok videos, forcing creators to remove the
Basically, yeah.
watermark and put it on their platform so they have
Yeah.
all the content TikTok has. And then they're again, like what
can
we said,
monetize
they're
it the right
probably
way.
reinvesting that, the money that they made into the creators, and then that grows Snapchat. Cause when you hear a headline of like creators are making 150,000 per video off of a TikTok video, like that sounds crazy, and that's gonna draw a lot of attention.
Yeah. That doesn't even happen. I think like Addison Rae, the most like I think I heard it on like a David Dobrik podcast one time where she was like $90,000 for like a TikTok with like Tide or something. And like that's a lot of like $90,000 is a lot of money.
Is a lot. Yep.
But that's still not like that's not even close to what Snapchat pays.
That's what I'm saying. Mind you, Addison Rae she has like what 70 million on TikTok now.
It's something ridiculous.
Something ridiculous, and she's getting paid less for one video than what Snapchat is giving out right now. So what I've heard is people that are actually going crazy on the Snapchat Spotlight.
Yeah.
I kid you not, they are uploading 20 videos a day to Snapchat just to get that one snap from Team Snapchat that says, "Yo, you're gonna get paid 150K."
this is it.
Yeah, like literally off of like Mentos videos. Like
Yeah.
there was some person that'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was just posting Mentos videos and I got $20,000." I was like, "That's a great investment
That's
for
exactly
$5
how I feel.
in 25 seconds."
And I've
Wait,
also
so does it
seen-
matter about?
Go ahead, go.
I'm about to say, does it matter about how many views you get as like your Snapchat profile, or is just if someone
one
finds
video.
it on Spotlight, it just pops? Like I didn't understand that part.
I tried it, and the most views I've gotten on one was like 100. I just took all like the stuff, like I'd post in like my story, like video clips, and I was like, I'll make a second account. I'll try putting this stuff on Spotlight and see how it goes. And the most I got was like 177 views. So I was like, guess I have to pay my tuition another way. But
Guess I'll
So
stay
you made-
working for Mr. Beast.
So you made a new Snapchat, like a brand new Snapchat, and did that?
yeah. Well, because I was like, it'd be very weird if people went over, like if they like went over to like their Snap Map or something, and they could see if people posted on Spotlight. Because I'd be like, why is like my real name is like Michael? It's like why is Mike posting stories from August again?
Right.
This is very odd.
I might
And
do that
to
as well,
avoid
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
questioning, I just made a second account.
Yeah. Also,
I feel
I
you.
don't know if they display the Snapchat username you have right now, but it just wouldn't make sense for what the Snapchat username I have right now from like when I was 11
Yeah.
to have that as the
Yeah.
username. So that's also a good idea.
Yeah, I know there was someone on there, like someone's sister or like sister's friend, like had like their profile. It was like a private Snap profile, and then one of their videos blew up on like Spotlight, and she made like 40 grand.
What
Like,
the
she just paid
fuck?
off college.
Hey, shit. It's not the 125K we've been advertising, but 40K is still fucking 40K,
Yeah,
bro.
40K is still very
Yeah.
good. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's close to what I made last year off of, I would say like a relatively successful YouTube channel. So off of one video, bro. So Snapchat
Coming up.
coming up. Hopefully it
Add
works.
me on Snap, baby.
Take advantage of
Do
this
any of
once in
you
a
guys
lifetime
actually
opportunity.
Use the Spotlight?
Yeah, I posted like 2
No.
things. Ain't
I didn't
shit
use
happened,
it.
but
No,
But, like-
Do you actually like look through it like at the videos?
No.
no, I don't.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't.
entertained by like TikTok.
That's
type
the
of
only
content.
problem I see with it. If no one's going through it, I feel like if they keep paying people this much money and no one looks at it,
Oh, it could easily backfire on them. But
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just talking
that's just
about
us.
It might hurt.
creators.
I'm
you
taking
know,
advantage
if you
of
want
the
to get the
Snap
bag,
lottery. It's literally like a lottery.
Yeah.
It's just like you put your entries in every day and like I hope I win something.
But at the same time, it's a more calculated lottery, especially
Yeah.
if you have a following on TikTok. Because if you have 50 videos, you can instantly upload on Spotlight, take the watermark
Yeah.
out, and you know for a fact that it already had like 2 million views on TikTok. Then you know that it's something that can go viral. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Snapchat. At the same token, me and Toasted have also been in some rooms where they're talking about YouTube Shorts.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
That's like the next rage. That's the next big thing as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm
All
I
of
didn't even
Clubhouse,
think
the
too much
greatest
of it.
app of all time.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be YouTube Stories, which I'm gonna be honest, most people don't use, nor do they view.
I don't.
But
I don't even know
YouTube
what that
Shorts,
is.
bro.
TikTok
I've been looking
changing
at
the
some
game,
of
bro.
I've been looking at some of these channels that these the people in the rooms have been mentioning. Bro, insane. I just don't know how to implement it on my channel yet, or if I even should.
You should do a second channel. Just literally do like a B-Soul Shorts channel, and then like you like take clips, like, cause I'm guessing if like just take like hot takes from a video and stuff and make that a short.
Right.
Title it clickbaity, and the next thing you know,
Boom.
You got 1 million views.
Coming in.
yeah,
Yeah, man. But yeah, YouTube Shorts is another big thing as well. I saw a dude. He does like a
Is it
lawyer
just
content.
like
Go ahead,
is
go.
it just like TikTok videos, just like the Spotlight?
Pretty much, it's
Yeah.
YouTube's
This is just-
implementation.
Bro, this
of
is just
TikTok.
like when everyone started copying
Stories.
Snapchat stories, bro. Have you used the Twitter ones?
Their ass.
Twitter
Out of,
stories?
out of all the
I
stories,
used it
Twitter one.
jokingly.
It's so fucking dumb.
Mhm.
It's so-
They came out like 2 years too late. Nobody uses it. There's no reason to even use it, bro.
Yeah.
Twitter is literally just like a few words. Like it's
Yeah.
already quick. There's no point in. It's
Yeah,
just pointless. It's like a tweet that disappears.
That's what I'm saying. Like Twitter itself
Why?
is not even like. There's not a lot of room for long form content, anyways. So why would you
Yeah.
just add a feature that just adds more short? Like I don't know. The stories
Yeah,
on Twitter makes no
like-
sense.
I'm not gonna make a story about like last game the Grizzlies played and Brandon Clark missed 3 lobs before he actually made one. I'm just gonna tweet about it. Like I'm not gonna be like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
missed the 3rd lob, guys.
Anything you can put on the story, you can also just tweet.
That too.
Yeah,
like if
Is
if
what
you're
I thought
gonna
right when it came out. I was
if
like,
you're
this
gonna
is so
put a
dumb.
video on your fleets, you can easily just
Fleets,
put that
my bad,
on
my bad.
on a tweet, and it'll probably do better in terms of.
Because more
wanna
people
grow your
will look at your
following
tweet than watch your damn story. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even watch that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like,
Nobody
Yeah.
looks at the
because when you
stories.
like, everyone who follows that person that just liked it will see that tweet. There's retweets as well, but you can't do that with Twitter stories. So Twitter just implemented that very badly. And IG Reels, I mean,
Yeah,
before
half-baked.
we
Yeah,
we were
IG
talking
Reels
about
is
YouTube.
bigger than I thought. I didn't realize how big it was.
Yeah,
But
even on like
apparently
my
it is.
my small page, like whenever I would make a reel, I would see like a pretty significant bump compared to just a regular video. So there's definitely something with this short form content that's like very scrollable that I think y'all should definitely take advantage of. I also saw this
Yeah.
dude on TikTok that does a podcast, and I kid you not, he has like just 7 podcast episodes, but he's chopped those episodes so well that his TikTok following has like 700K
Jesus.
just from like 7 episodes. He's made like 20 clips from all of those from like one episode, and they're just like really engaging clips, and they're actually like really funny clips. And his podcast is doing really well, so I'm gonna try to look into how we can implement that too. But
Let's see how we can copy it.
Yeah. Well, that was like one of the first rooms I was in on like Clubhouse. There was a guy talking. It's like, well, so like your podcast channel on YouTube, what's your CPM? And he was like $30. I was like, $30. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like non-Christmas, like non-December CPM. And like a $30 CPM when it's not December is very good. It's like godly.
Yep.
And I was like, am I doing the wrong thing right now?
What's our CPM?
Nowhere near. It's like, I'm gonna just say right now, in January, it's closer to 7, bro.
January
Closer to 7.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot. I think it was the one we had Omar on. We're talking about Too Hype. I don't know if it's because of the topic or whatever. Kid you $4 CPM.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, yeah, that was ass. That was
They
absolutely
hate us.
ass.
They hate us.
So yeah, at least right now we're counting more on
We can only get better though.
Yeah, we're more so counting on the Twitch subs, the donations.
Yeah,
and hopefully we
all
can
money
get
comes from cock and balls.
we can
C&B, my bad.
C&B, and hopefully we can just go to advertisers
our entire revenue
and just show our numbers and be like, all right, this is the influence that we have. I don't care if we're making that much money on AdSense, but that's it. A question I would say the chat would be interested in with Toasted is I feel like there's obviously the usual be consistent type of advice when it comes to starting YouTube channels and stuff like that, knowing what you want to do. But specifically with your background, do you have like 2-3 tips you would give people that you think that a lot of content creators are overlooking?
First things first. We'll do 3 of them. So the reason why your channel may not be growing, first of all, your titles suck. Work on your titles. There's plenty of YouTubers like Daryl Eves and others that have all these great advice just free on the internet. Like Daryl Eves has 17 gold play buttons. For people that don't know, your channel needs to hit 1 million subscribers to get a gold play button. Daryl Eves has done that 17 times.
Yep.
So your titles probably suck, so you're not growing. So make your titles better. Second of all, your thumbnails also suck. Work on your thumbnails.
Oh, he really keeping it a buck now. Let me hit another good shot.
Everything you do sucks.
Yeah, your thumbnails probably suck.
Write that down.
Yeah. So, for example, I'll do a little self-plug quick. If you're interested in like, I do 2K content. I want to know how to kind of like make a 2K thumbnail. I have a tutorial on my channel. Just search Toasted and put like, I don't know, like 2K after it because I'm pretty sure that's how it comes up. Or like Toasted thumbnail. So there's also plenty of other like great resources just to work on your thumbnails. Like I'm like self-taught, and Photoshop is $10 a month. If you're a student, you can get Creative Cloud for $20 a month for the first year.
That's what I'm using right now. That's what I'm using right now.
Yeah,
yep.
It's very much worth it, and it's a deal like no other.
It's an investment.
So,
bro.
Yeah, it's an investment. You invest.
Yeah.
If you want to be serious about YouTube, you gotta invest in the resources to do it, especially for like thumbnails.
But
additionally, like maybe not video equipment right away.
Additionally to that, even if you don't want to invest in Adobe products, I personally use GIMP for a year or 2. That was on the rise, and that's a free software that's not as sexy as a Photoshop. But that shit, I'm pretty sure for a period of time, Lo was using GIMP as well. So, I mean, there's other resources out there. Yeah,
but there are so many YouTube tutorials for Photoshop that you can pretty much become a design expert.
Yep.
And third, and last of all, make data-driven decisions. So the best thing you can look at on YouTube is like a day and a half after your YouTube channel releases. You get a retention graph in the engagement tab. What you want to do is you want to work on your retention graph, Basically, you want to look at it and be like, why at this point of the video does the retention drop dramatically or like fall off a wall? And then let's say you look back in your video, it's like, oh, I was silent for 15 seconds and didn't say anything. I should fix that for the next time.
Yep.
Yeah. So in short, make data-driven decisions. Like on playback, I'll use that example. Working with the editor, Caleb, who's awesome.
Yep.
We've taken the retention from like 72% to around 81 to 83% on the first 30 seconds, which is a huge improvement. You maybe only be like, it's like 9, 10%. That's a lot. That's a lot of people, because at the end of the day, no matter what anyone says, watch time is king.
Yep.
So the easiest way to grow is to have good watch time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Watch time and click-through rate. But I personally, after like all the talks everyone's been having, I think watch time is more important.
Yeah. Well, click-through rate's such it's odd because you need so much context for it.
Yeah.
And you just gotta hope that your video doesn't get blacklisted.
Yeah, man. Once that video gets blacklisted, man, it's you can get really mad. You get really mad.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Get Clubhouse. Find a friend with an invite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What an app. What an app, man. What an app.
What an app.
What an experience.
What an experience. I think if everything goes well, the next guest we have as well, he's a founder of another app similar to Clubhouse. So we'll definitely get insight more on just like this, if it's a trend or if that was just a coincidence that they came out right around the same time.
Yeah. Quick question. Did you get this host through Clubhouse?
I did not. We did not. We got it through his app, actually.
He's on Clubhouse promoting his own.
Got it through his app.
Yeah. So again, either way, like this whole idea of voice channels with discoverability, there's definitely something to it as well. So we'll get into that more on the next pod. But yeah, man. A lot of things happening in the social media space. TBH, the Black Hokage, he one of his co-hosts tweeted at the Joe Budden podcast, because I was just listening to the pod this morning. They were like, "Yo, we're looking for gaming podcasts," or just joking about it potentially, and they tweeted at Joe's manager, and now they're his manager replied on TBH's tweet. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the space. A lot of moves being made. So just watch out, man. Just watch out. We are all on the rise, all in here. Because I feel like 2020. I said this before. 2020 was a year where a lot of people were just overseeing the landscape and analyzing shit.
Yeah,
what works best. But I feel like 2021. There's gonna be a lot of execution being done. So.
I would say for as bad 2020 was, I guess, like with everything going on, it was definitely like my best like professional year.
Me too.
Yeah. So somehow magically, even despite the world like turning upside down, it was just if you were in the content creator space, 2020 was a W.
Right.
If you weren't in the content creator space, most likely 2020 was one of the worst years of your life.
Yeah, well, for a majority of people,
for a majority of people,
it still was. But specifically, with content creation, I feel like it pushed a lot of people to really be creative and just try shit out that they probably
it's like that Minecraft YouTuber. It's like Tommy Innit, and he streams. He's like 16, and he went from like 100,000 subs before quarantine, and he has 5 million subs right now.
I thought we were talking about Dream. I thought we were talking about Dream.
Yeah, Dream also like Minecraft like shot up, but like a lot of people in the content creator space like, oh, I am now home from school and barely have any schoolwork. Let's do something.
Right.
And they did.
Let's either don't have any schoolwork or you're home, so you feel like you don't have to do your schoolwork.
I went for so many drives during just like quarantine. I was like, I have nothing to do. I can't see any of my friends. I'm gonna drive for hours on end.
Right. All right, just man. Let's try to get into just a little bit of basketball. So what is your team?
My team is the Memphis Grizzlies. The that preside in Memphis, Tennessee.
Another
And-
one.
Another one.
Yeah, the
Shout out
second.
Molly. Shout out Molly.
Yeah, shout out
Shout
to
out.
Molly. The
Shout out to
second
Molly.
Grizzlies. I guess I'm probably the second Grizzlies guest on this podcast. You know, I don't think that's too much of a stretch.
Yeah. What you feeling about the Grizzlies, bro? What you feeling about the Grizzlies?
You know, when Ja was out, it was very rough to watch. Like, as much as I love the team, without Ja, it just wasn't fun to
It was
watch.
boring as hell, bro.
It was very boring.
Yep.
And Ja being back last night was awesome to watch because he's a transformative player. He's gonna definitely be an all NBA player. Probably not this year now because he got injured. There was definitely a chance.
Right.
But I think definitely next year is a very like something where whatever the odds are on that, I would happily bet on it. But Ja is so transformative that he just makes it so much fun to watch. And Jaren's gonna come back. Justice Winslow, whatever he is gonna come back. And that means Dylan Brooks gets less shots.
That's always
Because
good.
Dylan Brooks, for Grizzlies Twitter, might be the most polarizing player of all time.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
Because
people
this
not
man,
like him.
yeah, this man either scores 30 at like 60%, or the dude scores 15 on like 7 for 27.
Also, he's the next Jeff Green, is what I'm hearing.
I would say that, but he's not as hyped as
Look at
Jeff
Wordy.
Green.
What's that face for, bro? Expand.
Expand.
I think Jeff Green's a little bit more consistent than that, but
Was
Yeah.
Mm,
he? Was he more consistent than that?
Dylan Brooks
I mean-
is not a consistent player at all. He
So basically,
I
he's
personally
Danny
think-
Green.
yeah, Dylan Brooks is just not consistent
No.
at all, bro.
Dylan Brooks, the easiest way to put it, Dylan Brooks thinks he's Kobe Bryant.
But he's really
Dylan
J.R.
Brooks,
Smith.
Dylan Brooks
really
is
does.
not Kobe Bryant.
For sure.
Many times he does like the Kobe
That's not
tribute
like
and just shoots 8 for 24 on the game. It happens a lot. It happens more than you think. And I also think he's like one of the worst shooters in the league this season, like bottom 10.
that's tough. Next to Westbrook.
And sometimes he plays good defense, but other times it looks like he's playing good defense.
hit or miss, man. Hey,
Yeah.
someone had
Wait,
to.
I'm
mantle
looking at
that,
his stats right now.
Someone had to carry that J.R. Smith role in the league, man. Dude's
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy now, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
I feel like
lineage.
if Dylan-
Shooters shoot, bro. They shoot.
I feel like if Dylan Brooks was on like the Lakers and he was taking 17 shots a game or like 20 plus, the Lakers Twitter would be an absolute shambles. But because
would be
it's
benched,
the but because it's Grizzlies Twitter, everyone it's like he does something good one game,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, I guess Dylan Brooks Island's back. And then immediately next game, he goes for 17 pull-up mid-ranges that all miss, and we somehow lose the game.
Somehow.
Is there anything
Yeah.
off the
I
court?
wonder why.
Like that's the reason why they hate him, because like I feel like they only really hate him for the stuff he does on the court.
Oh yeah, it's just
Legit
just
stuff.
tougher on the court. I haven't met him obviously, but I hope he's a fine person off the court. Because I know I consider when I like hate like a player or hate what a player does, I just think of that like just like on court stuff.
Yeah, we got to differentiate people
Is
on
there anyone
camera
that-
versus
that
off
doesn't act
camera.
like
You know what I'm
in
saying?
real life?
Yeah,
Where to stop?
yeah.
That's the perfect question to ask right now.
You gotta let me transition, man.
The classic question of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, man. Is there any you Toasted,
you
don't
got
we Toasted, we don't have to answer, but I just want to say it because it's one of a staple question of this podcast.
Okay.
And it's pure coincidence.
It's pure coincidence because one of our
I
favorite
was trying to
questions.
transition here, guys.
One of our favorite questions is that we always ask the guests are there any content creators that that act differently from their videos,
Like that you've met
that
or read
you've
into.
met or ran into.
that
let's
act
just-
differently.
Let's just keep it at that. Let's just keep it at that. That's, I
No.
just find that funny. I just find that funny, bro.
I actually haven't like everyone I met's been like genuine or even like quote unquote better than you would think in real life. Like especially like mainly the people I've like met in real life is like all like the amp dudes except Kai, because he just wasn't around yet. Oh, I haven't met Chris either in real life. But like
Good.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
not Chris Linder. You're talking about the other Chris. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
was like, what's your beef with AMP Chris, bro?
My bad. No, wrong Chris. Yo, Chris, you're cool, bro. You're
Yeah,
So I know
we talking about the giraffe head ass.
Church head ass.
Yeah, but I know a lot of times on like Twitter, I will joke about with like Chris and stuff.
Right.
Like so, like on Twitter, it just seems like we have like a really bad relationship, and that we would like box each other or something. But we like talking the DMs sometimes, and I hope he's a fine person and doesn't actually want to beat me to a pulp because I'm pretty sure he's much taller and stronger than me, and that would definitely happen.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Chris as well. I think he went full time with content creation, editing, and YouTube as well.
Doesn't have to do dishes anymore. Proud of him.
Sir. Dubs in the chat for AMP Chris, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure he manages AMP, so like that's like his job now, where he's pretty much the toasted with playback is Chris with AMP, except he actually edits the videos. So I just got the videos.
so in terms of these channel managing jobs, because I've honestly just heard more about them since the news with you broke out. Is this something that's just like opening up in the community, or is this something that's really been going on for a long time that we just, or a majority of people just haven't really looked at?
It exists for a lot of bigger YouTubers, like on like it's there.
Yep.
It's just behind the scenes, but not like many people like know who they are. But I guarantee if you like scrolled through like a popular YouTuber's follows, you would probably find someone that does like productions or like is like a channel manager for them because like they aren't really known because their job is just to exist behind the scenes and just make the content good content.
Right.
Like as much as like I've done, like I know I say it, I only have around 4,600 Twitter followers, and I've gained like 400 of those in the last month, or actually like the last week.
Right.
So like I'm not really known, but I've done like a ton of stuff behind the scenes that, like among like I'll use the term industry professionals, basically like YouTubers and stuff.
Yep.
You're known. A lot of people know who you are and everything.
Yeah.
And you're respected, but like the common public does not give a fuck about you.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of these behind the scenes people, man. Some of the most talented people I've known and worked with in the YouTube space, including yourself, bro. Like most of them just straight up just work behind the scenes and do their thing, and they're really talented. But you probably will never hear of them.
Yeah, like literally, like Cypher PK's channel manager follows me, and he has like 5 million plus subs, like collectively, like across everything. And he does like kind of the same thing I do, and he has like 3,000 Twitter followers, and he's managing one of the biggest Fortnite channels on the planet.
Yep.
Because I know like one thing on my Twitter. I guess I'll get into like a little bit of like another thing. I don't really like ever. Agent brought this up one time. He was like, you don't really ever tweet about you like grinding or anything. I just kind of shut up and do my work. And then the stuff out of nowhere, it's like, oh, the Mr. Beast thing comes out in the middle of nowhere. Yep. Which it kind of did, but at the same time, I don't really ever tweet about the stuff I do besides in like a joking manner.
Right.
Because I just kind of do it, and then the next thing you know, it's like, why does this person work here? And he never says he does.
Yeah. One thing I'm focusing on this year especially is just like putting my head down and just putting in the work instead of just like, oh my god, I have this much volume, let me flex on. I did that too much in 2020. But.
Yeah, I'm fine with people being like, with like the tweets being like, I'm putting in a lot of work right now, and yada yada yada. Look how much work I put in, everything. Right. While I would be on Twitter being like, damn, electronics is kicking my ass right now.
I'd be tweeting about that with my computer science classes, bro.
Yeah, like that's like I would just jokingly tweet, but like, guys, you don't realize how like I'm drowning in work right now, guys.
Oh my god, bro! Finals week is a different animal. Does anyone else in the panel have another question for Toast? I got one more question, but if anyone else does, go crazy.
What was I gonna say? Who are your top 5 YouTubers, just in general?
Okay, in general, I guess YouTubers that I will put this to YouTubers that I watch, because I will keep it straight. I don't really watch 2K content anymore, like most of the other community, because I'm kind of just bored of it.
Me too.
Yeah. So These are my top 5 YouTubers that I watch that is like nowhere like related to me. I am gonna make some exceptions. So first things first, 2 of the top channels I watch is Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast Gaming because he just makes good content. I'm not
Smart
getting
man,
paid.
Also,
smart
your
I'm not
employer
getting
now.
paid by.
So, you know.
Yeah, also my employer now. So
First and foremost,
don't worry, boss. I got you covered.
Head ass.
I gotta help out the channel.
I
It's
got
a
you.
very
I got
small
you. Don't
business.
worry.
They're quite small channels, so if you haven't heard about them before, I would definitely go over and sub. They need all the help they can get.
Yep.
You're joking right now, but I didn't. No.
Yeah. Next, I would say Philip DeFranco because you have to
OG.
get your news. You have to get your news fix on, and he does it quick, concise, and in a very like fair and balanced way.
Right.
4, I'd put David Dobrik because I've just been binging through his back catalog lately, and it's awesome content that you can literally just sit down and be like, oh, I just spent an hour and a half watching David Dobrik videos.
Yeah, because they're
What did I do?
specifically 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and you just kind of roll through them.
Yeah. And then finally, I think I would put I'd put Pat McAfee on there. I don't know if you
Oh
guys
my
consider him
god,
news.
bro!
Pat
I'll watch that
McAfee's
shit
awesome.
every day.
Yeah.
Every day, live. Love that show.
Yeah, I love Pat McAfee. He makes some of the best content.
Does he do
terms
a
like-
podcast?
Yeah, he does like a daily like sports show, and unlike other people, it's like just simulcast on YouTube. It's literally YouTube and SiriusXM. So
I'm gonna
it's,
look
like,
into how
big.
he does it then, because relatively
Yeah,
speaking, that's kind of similar to what we do.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
gets
he
like 20,000
literally-
viewers a day.
And he does it. Does he
he
do it
re-
on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does on YouTube live.
Interesting,
He started off as
interesting.
he started off as a podcast, but it was so popular, and so many people wanted like to invest in it and sponsor him that he just turned it into a fucking show. Like it's his own show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look into Pat McAfee
Yeah.
as well.
Honorable mention though, I'll put Kenny's stuff. I don't watch it all the time because I don't always have the time to, but Kenny makes good content and I like to watch it. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, always watching Kenny too.
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dom, do you have another question, Justin? I got one more, but that's pretty much it.
Nah, go ahead. You got it.
All right. Well, Toasted, you are on the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're also trying to grow. So do you specifically have any suggestions for us? Whether it be certain platforms to target, working on our titles, how we roll out our content, thumbs, whatever you can think of. And if you want to be harsh, bro, keep it a buck, bro. You know
Keep
what I'm
it a
saying?
buck, bro.
If our
You here for a
titles are
reason.
ass,
Keep it a
tell
buck.
us
Be
if
harsh.
the harsh truth. Do a harsh truth,
Okay.
bro.
Harsh truth.
The harsh
All right,
truth. Tell
the
us
harsh
what we can tell us what we can
All
improve
right.
on, bro.
Harsh truth about.
So you
Keep It a
guys
Buck.
so you guys just want me to kind of flame your channel quick is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, as long
Okay.
as it's
Please do,
true
please
and
do. Keep it a
you
buck.
think it'll
Yeah.
make us better, you know?
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
just
just be an
stressed
asshole.
over
Yeah,
my
don't
feelings.
just be an asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
So
go
first
ahead.
things first, yeah. So first things first, looking at the thumbnails, at least lately, they have gotten better, but the one thing you forget is there's the timestamp in the bottom right corner that gets cut off. So try to keep the words condensed. And a very good tip to do is Beasels already does it. You take the thumbnail and you put it on your phone, put the little timestamp on it too, and you can just make sure it's good. Because they're good thumbnails already. I like them. They just get cut off a little bit.
Yeah, that's the one weakness I have
Yeah.
with that. So I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. And I would say also your titles are very long, but the one thing you do well is you front load them where like at the beginning you have what matters most and then you have everything at the end. So that's very good. Moving on, if you click on channels, you can't get to your clips channel. You have to physically click on the video. You guys should change that.
Well, on the main channel.
On the because don't you guys have a clips channel? Because
Yep,
that
yep.
clips channel is all the way at the bottom of your description, where clips channels grow a lot better than a regular podcast channel,
Right.
like usually.
Right.
And I would say that your podcast, like your clips channel, doing fine. I would just try to promote it more.
Mhm.
And finally, make a shorts channel. Do it.
Do you
Just tear off
think
the
we should?
Band-Aid.
Do you think we should
Yeah.
do the shorts and the clips channel just in one channel? or just do
I would
another
just-
channel for shorts?
I would do another channel for shorts just because then you can
God,
you can
damn.
post like multiple a day.
God damn.
I know that's a lot of channels.
Channel for B-Souls, man.
I might need
About
a-
to turn into Kenny.
I might need a channel manager myself. Shit.
Yo, I
Okay,
got you, bro. Keep
We
it
got
going.
this. We got
Justin,
this. We
Justin,
can
if you
manage
want
some
to, bro,
channels.
I'll deadass
Yeah.
give you the job, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying?
literally.
Just-
I mean, I don't know how to do it, but I'll do it.
Take the podcast. No, I will give you. Here's what you have to do for the short channel.
podcast and
Yeah.
push it somewhere else.
Head ass. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no. You take the podcast. You take a minute clip of your like every episode. If you go through and you find like your 10 favorite moments of the podcast, take that and turn them into shorts.
Right.
I'm
And
gonna have
then
to
from
figure
there,
out.
yeah. So they're like minute clips, and then from there you upload them on the shorts channel, putting hashtag shorts in the description.
For sure.
Clickbait the title.
Mm.
You don't even have to make a thumbnail for shorts
You don't.
if they're vertical. Yeah.
So
If they're
okay, so if the point of the
If
clips
they're
channel,
vertical.
if the point of
Uzi
the clips
vertical,
channel
yeah.
is just to essentially get
Push.
push the content out there,
Yeah,
do you
and
think,
push it.
Do you think we should
Yeah.
just focus on shorts? In that case, just go all in on shorts if that's the main reason, or
Cut the clips.
You might be at a size where you can just take that risk. You might just want to try it just to be different. I just say it's up to you, and it's how much work you can put in,
right?
in terms of because it takes a lot of time managing multiple channels.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
if
even
I
a
had
shorts channel.
Yeah, if I had a whole, if I had the
Yeah.
budget for it, I would have someone managing the clip channel individually, someone with the shorts.
Yeah,
But we lacking on resources right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So you could
We're
you
still
could
waiting
definitely
on our stimmy check.
Hey, we're gonna get that soon. It's a good day to be a dependent college student. We're gonna get a stimulus check,
I gotta hit on my mom
10K
about that.
10K in federal loans forgiven. There's not a greater time to be in college.
I mean,
What a time.
there's been better
nah.
times to be in college when it wasn't,
Well-
when you didn't need 10K to even.
No,
get a
no,
degree.
no. You can obviously go work at the American dream is definitely still alive for college. I can obviously go to my local McDonald's, make $13 an hour, and pay for my entire education over the summer.
I saw it's about to be federally moved to 15.
I don't know. It depends. I don't know.
That's the plan. That's the plan. You know.
I heard it's about to go up.
In New York's so weird though, where they did a minimum wage increase, but they kind of split into six different zones.
Yeah,
So the
it's
minimum
weird.
wage in New York City and the minimum wage in Rochester and the minimum wage where I am are all completely different.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's like multiple minimums, which defeats the
Yeah.
whole purpose of a minimum. So,
Yeah. Well, they do it because farmland, but I guess that's a very boring thing
you're
to
a
talk
farmer,
about.
so you get less.
Yeah. You're a farmer, you get $11
No,
an
I think-
hour. But
I
you
think
live in
it's
big
just shit
city.
more expensive in New York, like transportation, food, rent. So you have to get more.
Not gas though. Gas.
I mean, they're probably not driving anyways if you live in New York City.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know.
All right. For the people in the chat, we're about to do a quick Q&A. 2-3 questions for Tosa and anyone in the chat. I don't know where Wordu's been. Dom, you trying to turn on your cam? See if it works?
We have Cian in the Q&A.
You good?
Let's try.
Let's try it.
Famous last words.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's that boy.
Dom!
My camera worked the entire time. It did a great job.
Yo, hey, for the people in the chat, this week we tried to get Mario Judah to notice us on Twitter. So, if y'all can go crazy on a specific tweet I have, which I will link in the chat. If we can get Mario Judah on the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, I swear to God, bro, that will be
I
the
would cry on the
funniest
pod. I will cry
episode
live on the
ever.
pod.
I will as well. So let me put that link in the chat.
I'm serious.
People load up the Q&A. People load up the Q&A real quick. But as I find that tweet, everyone just keep the conversation going.
Hey, y'all spam up Mario Judah, man.
Yeah. This is fun though. I did one podcast before, and it was I don't know. I should find it because I said some stuff where it's like, it would be interesting looking at it now. But yeah, you guys run a very good podcast over here.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The dream is to everyone be like in person, actually, but you know, we gotta work with what we have right now.
Quarantine
pandemic
vibes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Quarantine
we
vibes,
honestly, our whole thing is just to have like, specifically with the community we have with the gaming, hip hop culture, basketball, that type of shit, just to have those people comfortable to come on here and just kick it back.
I think
honestly similar to peer to peer as well, but you know,
yeah. Well, that just involves getting a house, so you guys all ready to move in together, be one big happy family.
Keep it a buck house.
Keep
For
it
some
a
reason.
That'd be disaster.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know. It's fun looking at like houses and stuff on like Zillow and like apartments.com, being like, oh, I can live here.
Oh,
That's not just a single. That's not like a single. No. Just like, oh, because I kind of want to move out at some point, and I'll probably do it over the summer, after maybe the last semester. Oh, that'd be a funny parody.
Are you in like campus housing or are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at campus housing. Like I could commute if I want to, because I'm like 40 minutes away, or like 35, 40. But like,
yeah, no, I wouldn't.
yeah, I did the commute over the summer for a job, and it's awful. Yeah.
If I somehow get a software engineering internship in Massachusetts this summer, I would literally have to drive an hour and a half one way, pretty much. Because
Wait, why do you
They're all in Boston.
Yeah, they're all in Cambridge, Boston, and we're dead ass literally in the center of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They have no. What you can do, look up. They have like internship housing. That's like you can get something for like the summer, and if you get like a software engineering internship, you will definitely have the money to pay for that.
Yeah.
There is no doubt in my mind, because unlike
Sometimes the company will pay for it.
yeah.
Too.
Yeah, I know like Oracle. I know like Oracle pays for housing.
Oracle's in Boston too.
Yeah, I know Oracle.
But let's try to get people in the chat. We got 2 right now. We did say 2 to 3, so let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
let's get 'em.
Sean,
See,
was good. Shout out to the Clubhouse
been in
versus
there.
chat we had last night.
Hey.
Hey, Don left a little too early. But, you know, it's okay.
Yeah, man, I had to go to sleep. I had to be up earlier. My bad.
You good.
Sleep is for the weak.
I feel it.
I don't know if he's even there.
Sean, you here, bro?
Yeah,
Sean,
I'm
do you, let's go.
All right, what's good, dog? What's good?
good, man. So I'm supposed to ask you a question.
Yeah.
It is the
Q&A, buddy.
question and
Q&A.
answer.
All right. Listen. So I had clicked on the pod for a second. So what was y'all just last talking about? Like what was y'all just last talking about?
Internships, bro.
Yeah,
Internships.
yeah, we're just
The very
Making
last
money.
thing we were talking about.
Internships.
yeah,
Listen,
So-
not real life shit.
you be watching NBA? You be watching NBA?
Bro.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Not as much as I should, because I'm like kind of home all the time. But I've also
Alright,
just been
so-
home for like too long
Right,
at this
dang,
point.
man, dang, man.
You don't think we could talk about basketball?
I don't know, man. Cause toasted, man. I
What do
really
you
want.
mean?
I literally went into
Kyrie the
a
GOAT?
poll. I went through a conversation about like Dylan Brooks.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
I have to
bro.
watch some games to like
at
specifically
this.
know about Dylan Brooks.
All right. You okay? So this is my question here. This is good.
Bro,
Any
if you
day
don't,
now.
if you don't
I'm alive. So Lonzo Ball, y'all think Lonzo Ball is gonna be a superstar?
No.
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 Okay, well,
Nah,
let
as long as
the,
it's not gonna be-
okay, well,
Look
let's
at Dom.
let me go ahead.
Back 'em
'Cause
up.
that question was directed to me, so let me go ahead and answer your question, buddy. Lonzo has the potential to be a superstar if everything goes right. If all the stars align, he could be a superstar. But
Jeff Green 2.0.
it's like
What does it look like
it's like a
if the stars
30%
align?
chance. 30% chance he'll be a superstar. I'm leaning towards
There's
no,
a
he'll just be an
1%
all-star.
chance.
5.
He'll be an
What
all-star.
does the
My
stat
bad.
line look like when the stars align?
For Lonzo?
What are his
Triple
line
double
star
threat,
stats?
Yes.
triple double threat in his prime at the best of the best. 18 points on great
Like a
efficiency,
10-point triple
12
double?
assists, 8 boards, all defensive player of the year type of player.
Talk to him.
That's what Lonzo at his peak looks like.
Wait, Sean, do
I'll-
you think he can be a superstar?
For sure, man.
There we go.
You guys are
For
making
sure.
me Lonzo Ball is really becoming the next Jeff Green in terms of like
He's really not.
Jeff Green's 34, and there's definitely still people that think, you know what, he can be a superstar. He has the things to put together to be an all-star. It's like Jeff Green's 34.
That's
Okay,
tough.
you want to know the difference between Lonzo and Jeff
Let me
Green?
look up his
You wanna know
stats
the
right
biggest
now.
difference? Lonzo
They
can
don't
actually run your offense. Jeff Green, when he's on the court, he's literally an off-ball. I'm a cut back door, get a hustle.
Can he
point,
run your
and play
offense,
defense.
or can he just run
Lonzo-
the fast
if
break?
Lonzo is
Yeah, can he run a half-court offense?
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
I don't know.
What?
If Lonzo is given the keys and is actually consistent, yes,
He's
he can run the
23.
offense. He's shown he can run the offense. It's just if you look at his track record, he's been put in some very shitty situations to be an offense. He had his rookie year,
You could
which
say
was
the same thing for Terry
scrutinized.
Rozier.
Can
Terry
you?
Terry.
Terry's had his chance. Terry got a chance last year,
And he
Lonzo
killing
still
it this
hasn't got
year.
A full chance.
Yeah, Terry.
That's fine. Okay, no one's saying who said Terry was a bum.
So
Nigga,
Terry Rozier a
Lonzo got
superstar?
his job taken by
No
Neil
one's say-
Alexander.
Okay,
What
I don't
is this
know.
man
What,
talking
what are
about?
we talking about? Terry Rozier being a What does that have to do
Neil
with what we're talking about
Alexander
Lonzo?
took this man's starting job.
He
I
can
feel
ball,
like
though.
Lonzo,
He
I
can
feel like,
ball.
but I feel like Lonzo at his prime, Lonzo at his peak is going to be a way better player than T. Roro. So what are we talking about?
Did you
Interesting.
just call?
In like 5 years. You're right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Dom is acting like word dude. All I'm saying is Lonzo literally went from being a rookie drafted by the Lakers to literally playing with fucking LeBron James and Rondo, getting traded to a team with an abundance of guards, and now he has fucking Stan Van Gundy, who is known for having players butt heads with how he wants to run his team, and he's literally running the team through BI and bum ass goddamn Bledsoe. So I don't want to hear, oh man, I don't know about Lonzo. He hasn't got a fair shake since his rookie year. And when he does get a chance to ball out, he balls the fuck out. Yes, he's still working on his consistency. His game is still growing. But if you look at where he is now compared to where he was his rookie year, the motherfucker made leaps and bounds of being a better player. And no one acknowledges
I
it.
mean,
they just sweep it under the rug. Like, okay.
Leaps and bounds when your rookie year.
The man's
was ass.
the man
Come
literally
on.
in all y'all asked this nigga to increase his 3-point percentage, and what did he do? He went out and was literally shooting above league average, shooting better than a ton of niggas in the league. Everyone considered great shooters. What is that? That's leaps and bounds.
Man does one
The
thing
man-
above
every-
average.
Justin, you don't even watch.
All right.
Dude, Lonzo
Okay. So
Ball and
3-point. So
All right.
3-point shooting improve. What else?
His finish has gotten way better than it was. His finishing, he's actually attacked. If you look at this season alone, before he got injured and when he's actually able to get the minutes and reps, he's looked like a way better player. He's actually aggressive. He's actually attacking the rim. He's actually taking pull-up shots.
Again,
in the
and that's
pick and
where
roll.
and that's where I
It's
say
not enough.
and that's where I say compared to his rookie year, where he was one of the worst finishers in the league, for him to make a leaps and bounds improvement in that 4 years later is honestly not much. I would say, looking at Lonzo right now, he's still a below average finisher at the rim.
I
Okay.
just think you don't have to
That's cap.
Lonzo Ball isn't
That's
a
a cap
bad
right now.
player.
For
Lonzo
point
Ball is a
guard,
bad player, but he doesn't have to be I don't think Lonzo Ball is gonna be a superstar. That doesn't mean you can be a good rotation player, and also someone that can contribute to a championship team.
Yeah, I just don't think.
Yeah.
Again, 30%. I said 30% chance being a superstar. I 100% believe he'll be an all-star.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
if
said.
y'all don't think he'll become a superstar, y'all think he'll become an all-star?
100%.
A higher
I-
chance.
yeah.
A higher chance.
There's a chance, definitely a higher chance.
I personally
people can
think
just ball out
he,
for 1 year.
Yeah, if he becomes an all-star, I personally think it'd be like a 1-2 time all-star type deal. But that's just me. That's just me. But thank you for your question, my guy. We'll try to get the two other people in the chat.
Got you.
Thank you for your lovely question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's get Ty Queefus in here. What's good, my guy? What's good? Speaking of, he has Alonzo profile picture, I believe.
Okay,
That is correct.
So this is directed towards B Souls.
What's good?
Okay, so
Back him
last
up.
time he made a video of Alonzo, he made you look silly, and he averaged 16, 8, and 8. So can you do that again? So you
Wow,
can actually
made
play
him look
good?
silly.
Wait, what'd you say?
You really got him there.
Because B Souls made a video calling Lonzo a bust, right?
Yep.
And then Lonzo started hooping,
Right.
like MVP
Wait,
caliber hooping.
when did Lonzo start hooping?
But
hooping?
do you remember
When was
remember
this?
the premise of that video though? Interesting.
Negative.
Interesting.
You said that he.
I'm trying to
About
understand
Lonzo
when exactly
Lonzo
was this.
bust.
Okay,
Yeah, what-
so real quick,
When
the
was
premise
Lonzo hooping?
it was
is what I'm
like
trying to
second half of last year, I believe, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So the premise of that video was me saying that when Lonzo came into the league, dude was expected to be the heir to Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
The guy, the next Jason Kidd. And for him to be what he is right now, I would say that's closer to a bust than not. Same deal with Andrew Wiggins. Still,
if you're like
still
the
a decent
second overall
player,
pick,
but
yeah, if you're like the second overall pick and you're expected to be like a multi-time like all-star, like an all-NBA team, maybe like an all-defensive team, and you haven't done like any of that yet, you're considered a bust right now. Like Victor Oladipo was considered a bust before he went to Indiana, you would say. And he like popped off for the 1 year before injuries got the best of him. But he's definitely looking better now. But you can be a bust and then not become a bust based on what you do later in your career.
yeah.
But for the Lakers, like specifically Lakers Lonzo is a bust. And Lakers Brandon Ingram
Look at Dom.
is a bust because they didn't perform to the levels they did based on the draft position.
Dom, rebuttal.
Simple as that.
So you're saying he's
Simple as
currently
I don't
busted.
understand. I don't understand how the fuck are you supposed to
What do you
meet
not
expectations? Why are you like why? Well, how are you supposed to meet expectations when they literally bring in Rondo and fucking LeBron? And Lonzo was still able to average what was it, 6 to 7 assists, playing behind two guys who dominated the ball, averaging 6 or 7 assists. Yet he's still considered a bust. He went out and put up a stat line of 10, 7, 7 his rookie year. Yes, his shooting was trash. Yes, his finishing was trash. Yes, his free throws were trash. Granted, I give it to you. Defense was way above advertised. Way better than anyone expected.
I will give him that. Yes, I will give him that.
People assumed he was going to be a poor defender. His defense actually was his rookie year, he looked like a great defender. Good to great defender.
I would say that.
Was guarding 1 through 4s, 1 through small ball 4s, literally 1 through 3 small ball 4s, depending on who you were playing. Literally had all the tools of being what I said at the time. Will continue to say what Draymond is to the Warriors. It's not about him filling up the stat line. It's about what he does that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, what he means to that team on the court, energy, stuff like that. Word do size, but he fucking thinks Jackson Hayes should play the 4. I don't understand why
his job is to lead the offense. Draymond doesn't lead the offense. That's Steph Curry's
fucking primary ball handler. What are you talking? Not primary.
They play two different positions. They have two different roles on the team.
They can have the same role. Draymond literally is the primary playmaker for the fucking offense. Wow. He was that when they were winning championships. He was that when fucking KD was there. He's the primary playmaker. When was that never abundant? When was that never the case with Draymond? When was he not the primary playmaker?
The difference between Draymond and Lonzo, though, is like Draymond was a second-round pick, while Lonzo was like it's literally about draft position. You can still be a good player.
I get the draft position. I get that. But just like with some people, they will say, I can't call a player a bust because of injuries. Because shit that happens that's out of their control, you can't call them a buzz. It's not Lonzo's fault that as a 19-year-old fucking teenager, the GOAT comes to your team to try to win a championship.
All right.
And he brings vets that are put ahead of you in the rotation. It fucked up Brandon Ingram as well. Literally, Kuzma ain't looked the same since Lonzo left. Now he's starting to actually come back to form. But I'm just saying it's a lot of circumstances that went into why Lonzo looked how he did in LA.
All right, I got one question. I got one question that I think will end this conversation, and whatever the answer is to this question, it pretty much says everything. Dom, do you think Andrew Wiggins is a bust? That's an easy Dom. That should be an easy no. That should be an easy no, based on if you don't think Lonzo's a bust.
Yeah. Listen. This is what I would say. If your definition of a bust is based on expectations,
to you, Dom, to you, a bust. To you.
But to me,
is Andrew Wiggins a bust? Oh my gosh.
No, I define bust by production.
All right. Okay. So it's just okay. So it's just a matter of different bust definitions. Pause. That's all it is. That's okay. That closes out that conversation.
Up the cap.
Ty Queefus, thank you for your question, bro. We'll bring in Django
production,
in.
not expectations, baby.
All right.
Andrew Wiggins is not a bust. Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, a player. If you can average 20 points a game in the NBA, I don't think you're a bust. I think a bust is someone that's ass. Kwame Brown is a bust. Anthony Bennett is a bust.
Well, no.
Those guys were ass.
If LeBron averaged 15 points per game in his career, that's a bust to me. I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
Kwame Brown is a bust. He's just a subject of the situation. Think about it. He had to deal with MJ on his team, which mentally crippled him. So I don't think Kwame Brown's a bust because he had stuff out of his control.
Kwame Brown was the number one pick.
That was in the chat.
Number one pick on a Wizards team with a 40-year-old Michael Jordan and was literally bullied into being ass. I don't want to hear that. That's nothing like how long.
And so was Wiggins. Jimmy Butler was on his team, bro.
Was the number 2 pick on a Kobe Bryant team, a 40-year-old Kobe Bryant team. Yeah, he was.
Oh, he
was there last year.
D'Lo was. You're thinking about D'Lo.
D'Lo.
Exactly. See, he
was
not there with Kobe. There was. Again, Lonzo's circumstances are on the court circumstances. It's shit on the court that affected him either developing his game or be able to produce how he's able to produce. Kwame Brown, he was given all the opportunity to play. He was just ass. As Stephen A. Smith said, he has no low post game. He has small hands. Doesn't really know what he's doing in the post with his footwork. He's
Lonzo Ball can run a half-court offense.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we ended that conversation. It's just a difference.
Lonzo Ball can get you 10 assists.
Just a difference in definitions. It is what it is. Django, last question of the pod, bro, before we close it out.
Yeah. What's your favorite NBA jersey that you own?
To all of us or just to Toast?
Everybody, yeah.
Legit ones or fake ones?
It doesn't matter.
That's a fake, but it's a very good fake.
I'm about to say, because these fake jerseys, man, they look good in the background.
Yeah, these fake jerseys look good. Those are both fake jerseys up there.
I'm not judging, bro. I'm not judging. I got a Minnesota Timberwolves, the black one with Kevin Garnett.
Oh, the early 2000s.
Early 2000s, black away jerseys with KG. It's probably my favorite one. Wardu?
Well, for me, I have 2 replicas and 3 legit ones. But for this, my favorite legit one is probably have you seen the new Kings jerseys?
Yep.
The Sacktown ones, or
yeah, I got one of those because I have a relative there. I got De'Aaron Fox. And it's I haven't had any chance to wear it, but it looks pretty nice.
Oh, let me change mine. My I actually have an authentic Magic Johnson jersey, so I'll choose that.
I have an authentic. That's a throwback, but I have an authentic base blue jersey and a Jordan Jackson jersey. I like those a lot. Honestly, though, NBA's jersey qualities, I kind of prefer sometimes the knockoffs because
they're super soft. They feel real nice.
Yeah, they're a lot nicer.
You don't feel as bad just wearing them out too.
Yeah, the regular NBA jerseys these days. I know they have all the engineering that they do on them, but they're rough
tight
and kind of tough. Yeah, they're really tight. Compared to an Adidas jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Adidas swingman jerseys a lot better than the new swingman jerseys.
Right. Wardu, favorite jersey? If not, your favorite vinyl? Shout out to Cock and Balls for the first sub.
Shout out to Cock and Balls.
Well, the only NBA jersey that I have is probably the KD one, and my favorite vinyl is probably Trippy Red one. I like the aesthetic of it.
I love Trippy Red.
All right, Domzo, favorite jersey? If not, favorite album cover? Just I know you don't have vinyls. Oh, you think it harder? Real hard.
I didn't know if he froze.
He's thinking harder,
but he really isn't moving.
Early 2000s blue Philly jerseys.
Early 2000 blue Philly jerseys. All right, man. Thank you, Janko, for your question. Let's go ahead.
Oh wait, I have a question for Toasted as well.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
Is Ja Morant better than De'Aaron Fox?
De'Aaron Fox proved this point today.
Put a
Yes.
career high.
Man, 40 on y'all.
Ja Morant is better than De'Aaron Fox.
Not tonight, though. Apparently.
Not tonight.
Ja Morant is so I guess you guys probably heard about this a little bit when Molly was on 2 weeks ago. But the way Ja Morant can control the floor, run an offense, and just either I think Ja Morant's a better passer than scorer, and that's saying something. Because Ja's an amazing scorer, or sometimes he'll just throw the ball up in the air with a layup, and he'll be like, "Wait, how did he score it?" Like, how did he do it?
I think he's an interesting hybrid of Chris Paul and Derrick Rose. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that concerns me about Ja is injuries because he's so explosive. So that's the one thing like the back of my head where I'm like, I really hope he doesn't get injured. But all Ja has to do really is just work on his threes. Like, he's getting better at them. Like, he just takes like pull-up threes and he'll hit some of them.
Right.
But I think Ja Morant is better than De'Aaron Fox. Put that on the record.
I think Fox is better right now, but I think Ja might be better than Zion, like by the end of their careers, because I just think he's that good.
I was gonna be an MVP one day.
I'm not sure MVP
I don't know.
would be a superstar.
I would agree with that as well. Shout out Ja, bro. Shout out Ja.
Yeah.
All right, let's close it out. Thank you for your question again, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let me switch. All right, as we closing it out, we doing outros. Let's start with Wordu.
Hey man, follow me on the Chatty House. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Chatties organic growth.
One
Let's
and
get us some
only
organic
Word-
growth, bro.
Suck my dick. Anyways, follow me on the Chatty House. Wordu the dude _. Follow me on Snapchat, CEO Chief Skeet. Follow the Let's Keep It a Buck Instagram. And we got a nice little guest for y'all next week, man. So y'all stay tuned. Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Damo, say goodbye to the chat, man.
Dumbo. Sorry.
Elmo. Your name's Elmo, nigga.
Snapchat at Dom Church. Follow me on
Fucking
Twitter at Dom
Elmo.
Church 1. Sub to the YouTube channel Dom Church 97 and Wordu Lick My Gooch.
All right.
All right.
Shia LaBeouf. Say goodbye to the booth.
GG, everyone. My favorite jersey I have is my Tim Thomas jersey. Thank you for asking.
Oh, shit.
And have a great week.
Holy shit, bro. Hey, Justin, additional question. Favorite album cover? Special.
Just the cover?
Just the cover. You don't disassociate the music and everything from it.
Gee, you put me on the spot.
You didn't ask me favorite album cover. You just said vinyl.
Favorite one I have, or
How
just
specific
favorite
to
all
you?
the time?
Just favorite one all time.
I like the Flower Boy one.
Flower Boy. Me as well. Me
Pretty
as well.
dope. Pretty iconic.
I made a crazy
I like the
thumbnail off
rodeo
that album cover,
actually,
bro.
now I think about it.
Rodeo is good.
Rodeo is good as well. All right, Toasted. Plug your shit,
Uh,
man. Say goodbye to
All
the
right.
chat.
Goodbye, chat. I love you. Follow me on Twitter at toasted_6. And Clubhouse at toasted. That's really all I have. I shit post 99% of the time on Twitter, so don't take me seriously on there. That's all I gotta say. And I don't think I got fired, which should be an accomplishment.
Let's go.
Not
Let's
yet.
go. Dubs in the
Yeah.
chat. Dubs in the chat. Thank y'all for coming out to episode 37. We will see y'all on Wednesday. Peace.